Well, to begin there, guys, Brian here, the Three Topics Gamer, here to give you another episode of my weekly Q&A to help people's questions or answer a series of questions that have been sent to me over the last week. We got like 4 questions this time around. There were a couple of other questions, a little bit simpler questions that I managed to answer in the comment section of the last video. So if you don't hear them in this video, you know where to find them, unless you guys haven't been notified. So make sure you have your notification bells rung so you're notified if I do happen to comment on your question in the comment section of the last video. This one's a little bit more simple. But before I jump into you guys' questions, if you haven't already, if you're new or if you're pretty familiar with how things work, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new, please do not forget to subscribe to help grow the channel, because every subscription really does count. And starting off with the first question, all of these are regulars, so nothing out of the ordinary. First question comes from Least Like Critic 75, and you want to know, what worst game would I... Wait, hang on, gotta slow down. What worst game would you have redone better? None. There's only 2 that come to mind, and they're completely fucking broken. I wouldn't know how to... I wouldn't even know how you could possibly repair them. And it's Final Damnation 13 and DMC. I don't know how you could possibly fix those. I really don't. I mean, and to be honest, they shouldn't exist. I mean, better games came after those, so if you just remove them from history, nothing would change. So, yeah, that's how I feel about them. I mean, heck, DMC's got its fans, but heck, I don't care. I gotta follow up to Devil May Cry 4, and it was the best game I played last year. And heck, I don't need to care about Final Fantasy 13 or Final Damnation 13. I mean, somehow you make 2 sequels that are, like, ungodly worse. And then when 15 finally comes out, even though it's heavily flawed, it's a vastly superior game. So, yeah, I wouldn't fix either of those games because there's nothing to be fixed. It's broken. It's impossible. Next question comes from Zach Tarf. You want to know, do I think that Jill Valentine could beat any of the monsters from Resident Evil 6 and 7? Well, I don't know anything about 7, so I don't know about 7. But with 6, I'm a little, like, it's a little off because, let's see, if you put Jill in Leon's campaign, it's just a bunch of zombies, so that's easy. You put him in... Yeah, I mean, I would say she'd do just fine. I think the only scenario she would probably have some problems is maybe against the Ustanak, but I think everybody outside of Jake would have problems with the Ustanak because that thing is so just ungodly unstoppable. So yeah, Jill would fit just fine, but I think at that point in time, I think she's retired, so yeah, you probably won't be seeing her anymore in any future timeline games. Next question comes from Good Neutral Evil Chaos. You want to know, if they had made Infamous 3, they did make Infamous 3. It's called Second Son. They just didn't call it Infamous 3. Would you have preferred Delson or a new Conduit? Okay, I think what you mean to ask is, if they made another Infamous game, would they continue playing as Delson, or would you continue as New Conduit? Probably New Conduit. I don't really see what more you could do with Delson, so if they did decide to do another Infamous game, I pick someone new. I mean, Cole's dead, Delson's retired by now. I don't really see where you can do with him, so you're better off just picking a new character in a different region, perhaps even a different country. I mean, we've been staying in the States this whole time. Let's see how conduits are handled in other parts of the world. That would be interesting to see. And the last question of the episode comes from Shadow Jesus Gaming, and you want to know, do I think that killing off Jango Fett was a mistake in Attack of the Clones? I don't really think it was a mistake, because they had pretty much established what Jango's importance in Star Wars was. He was the template for the clone army, so you have that. And his death really is the catalyst that kind of puts Boba Fett on his path. It's very, very questionable what Boba would have been like if Jango had successfully raised him. It'd be kind of odd. I mean, maybe he probably would have raised him to be a bounty hunter, but I don't think Boba Fett would have become the bounty hunter he became had his father not died. And if you actually look at the Clone Wars, I'm not sure if they actually made them official episodes, but there's several episodes that are focused on Jango, where he's like out trying to kill Mace Windu, and I think at one point he has like this duel. I'm not sure if it's like it's an unfinished footage, but no, I think that seeing his father die was the trigger point. So heck, you remove that, and Boba would be a completely different person. So no, I don't think that was a bad thing to do. I think, and heck, that's even talked about from Mace Windu's point of view. He was like, should I have killed Jango? I don't know. I kind of regret it. I could have just, probably killed Dooku, and then I probably would have died, and then that would have stopped the Clone Wars from happening. I mean, I recall him saying that in some sort of a passage, but no, I had nothing against that. So that's pretty much all the primary questions that made it into the video. I want to thank the 4 of you that sent them in, as well as everyone else who sent in your questions in the comment section of the last video. If you guys have any questions you'd like me to answer in next week's episode, be sure to type them in the comments down below, but make sure you get them into me roughly around noon on Wednesday before I start filming the next episode. And if you want to increase your chances of having them make it into the video, just have them be interesting or have a little bit of depth. Otherwise, I'll just answer them down below, and I just hope that's okay. So with that out of the way, thank you guys for watching. You're awesome, and I will see you next week.